Hey friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark and sell them, hopefully for a profit. Today is Thursday, February 6th, and I have 4 items that sold in the last 24 hours. My gross sales amount is $97.81. I'll tell you my profit at the end. This was a clearance, excuse me, while I trip out of my shoe. This was a clearance item. Honestly, I didn't know that I still had clearance items. I thought I ended it in January, but I do still have a bin of stuff that I still need to pull out of my inventory. So apparently it's still in clearance, but this is a little popover shirt. It's very like gauzy, it's sheer. You can like see my hand through it. It kind of feels, I don't know. I like it. I wish it was my size. It's cotton. It's just 100% cotton, but it's Columbia, which is not a brand that sells well for me. I generally have it too long and it doesn't sell for a lot of money. But in the past, things that have not been like the fleeces, like regular clothes versus like outdoor wear, in the past, I've had those sell pretty quickly, but this was not the case. I've had this for 18 months. So it sold for $5.55. They paid a total of $10.29 with shipping. So it is a popover shirt. If you are unfamiliar, a popover is like where it doesn't button up all the way, but it does have some button ups. That's my understanding anyway. So a Columbia popover has an average sale price of $12.86 and a 9% sell-through rate. So big shocker, right? Kind of assumed it was going to be a low sell-through rate. I paid $2 for it roughly at the bins, the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. I mean, in reality, I paid less because it's really lightweight. And my profit is $2. So here's the thing. I also get the $2 back that I invested and saved it from the landfill. And I'm moving on. That one was not great. This is a just t-shirt. It's like literally just a t-shirt, but it does have this fun floral. I wonder if somebody got it for Valentine's Day. It's pretty cute and Valentine-y. This is Torrid, which is a plus size brand that I really like to sell. I think it does sell pretty well. My personal sell-through rate is pretty good for this brand. I have Torrid t-shirt is what I looked up, and the average sale price was $12.36 with a 7% sell-through rate. I listed this for $20, I think, and somebody offered me $15, and I was like, yeah, that's fantastic. So they paid a total of $20.52, and I paid $1 for it at my new favorite thrift store 3 months ago, which is not bad. My profit is $11.89. I generally shoot for about $15 in profit. That does not always happen. I think my average is, I feel like in December I figured out my average profit per item, and it was like $12, which, you know, I really need to work on getting that up, but that's okay. We're getting closer with this dress. This is just, it's like a jersey knit, like a t-shirt. It does have a roll tab sleeve. I don't know, just kind of a plain basic dress. I think it's super cute actually. And it is also Torrid. And this one, okay, so I just looked up Torrid dress, like very basic search. And the average sale price was $16.73 with a 16% sell-through rate. So, you know, there's a lot of dresses that probably have higher sell-through rates in Torrid. So anyway, this one sold for $18 on Poshmark. That's always fun. I have had this for 7 months, and I bought it at a Salvation Army rummage sale. So we don't have a Salvation Army store in our town. So the church, and maybe all of the churches do this, I don't know, but the church has a rummage sale quarterly about, and they do a bag sale for most items, but then like dresses, I think they price at $1, and shoes are only $1 at that sale, at least the last time I went. It was crazy. Anyway, my profit is $13.40. After the fees that I paid on Poshmark, I don't do a shipping discount at all on Poshmark. And then my cost of goods. All right, this last thing is good. And if you have seen multiple of my videos in the last week and a half, you'll know I'm not lying to you. You have to buy these. If you're a reseller and you find a coat that looks like this, it's, yeah, it'll have like big patch pockets. It just looks like a rectangle, but then it has a contrasting corduroy collar. If it looks like that, I just tripped again. There's a piece of cardboard on my floor. All right, so this is a chore coat, a barn coat. It's called different things. This one is the brand Van Heusen. It is made in Hong Kong. It's vintage. There are some brands that are better. This one's actually pretty lightweight. It's only like this, I don't know. It's flannel lined. Okay, so the average sale price for a vintage barn coat for women is $50.46 with a 31% sell-through rate. I've sold 3 of them in the past week, I think. Yes. One was LL Bean. LL Bean is a brand that's going to sell for more. There are some other brands that will sell for more. This one sold for $40 on Depop, and it sold in 2 weeks. I sold a pair of coveralls yesterday with the contrasting corduroy collar. I'm telling you, you need to be buying those. If you see them, buy them. I don't tell you what to do, but I'm telling you what to do. If you don't want to sell it and you see one, send it to me and I'll sell it. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. Do what's best for you. But I'm telling you, $40 is what this sold for, plus shipping. They paid $9 in shipping. And yeah. Okay, so they paid $9 in shipping. I paid $9.31. So I did lose 31 cents in the shipping on that, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay. The fees on Depop are super low. So I only paid $2.07 on Depop. I paid $9 for this jacket, which is unusual for me. I don't usually pay that much for things, but I knew this would sell. Okay, when I say no, I mean, I was fairly confident that I would. And it sold in 2 weeks. My profit is $28.62. $28.62 on a jacket in 2 weeks. I'm so pleased. Yeah, my profit was $55.91, which is a little low for the day, but that's okay. My goal is $67 a day, just $2,000 a month. So I have a couple updates. I've been staring at this chapstick and I'm going to use it. I have a couple updates. One is the shipping for the coveralls that I sold on Depop yesterday. I did pay a little bit more in shipping than what I actually said I thought I was going to pay. And so I said my profit was going to be about $24, and it was, but it was like $23.50 or something. So just so you know, not that big of a deal. The other update is that about, I don't know, a week ago, I sold a gourd and that's not something I normally sell, but I did a live and I was packaging up the gourd, and I was like so nervous, but I wrapped it in plastic wrap, like bubble wrap, and then I have this like, it's like paper bag stuff, and I shoved that all in around the box and kind of like suspended the gourd in the middle of the box. So nervous, so nerve-wracking. I should not sell stuff like that. T-shirts don't break in the mail. You know what I mean? So I got a feedback from this person who bought it, and they said it was even more beautiful in person than it was in the pictures, and that the last gourd they had bought was broke into a couple pieces, and this one was packaged well and got to them perfectly. So, yay, fun. Very, very thankful for that. And then the other update is kind of embarrassing. Yesterday, I kind of went on and on about this story on Poshmark, and I had, if you haven't seen it, the TLDR, there it is basically, I ordered some shirts on Poshmark. I didn't get all the shirts in the bundle, just one came, and I escalated or whatever on Poshmark, basically opened a case on Poshmark. They gave me my money back, which is great, except yesterday the shirts came. After I had done the video, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. This is crazy. So I felt really bad. So what I did was I, opened the shirts and made sure they were in the condition they were supposed to be in. I went back into the email and I emailed Poshmark, whatever team was emailing me, and just said, hey, the shirts did come. Can you undo the refund? Because I try to be an honest person. I don't want to just have these for free. I paid for, I want to pay for them. I got them. I want to pay for them. So I didn't hear anything back. And then the first thing this morning, I had an email, and they basically said, since we've already canceled the order and both parties have been compensated, you can just keep it as our gift, as a, sorry that this was an unpleasant experience for you type of gift. They said it nicer than that, but that was the gist of what they said. So that was the key that made me go, okay. So it sounds like Poshmark took the ding on that. So it sounds like they let the buyer, I'm the buyer in this situation. It sounds like they let the seller keep their money, and then they also refunded me because they said in that email, because both parties have been compensated. So I hope that's what they mean, and that seller isn't out money, because that was not my intent. I actually went back because I was like, well, what happened was the two shirts that I got were actually short sleeve, and they were supposed to be long sleeve. They were shirts for my husband. And I was like, oh shoot. So I went back in, and that seller had another shirt in a different print that was long sleeved, and I bought that from them. So I don't know. Hopefully it looks like they have a lot, or like a ginormous store, and they sell a lot of new with tag stuff. So I don't know. That's the update from that. I don't know if I did the right thing. Maybe I should have waited longer. I waited longer than they told me to wait. Yeah, I waited a couple days past, I emailed, or I messaged the seller first, and then I waited a few more days and then escalated, and then Poshmark was like, wait until, and I think it was February 1st. Well, February 1st, I was really sick. So then when Monday came around, the 3rd, then that was when I was like, okay, this hasn't come yet. What do I do? So that was when I went in again and said like, hey, this hasn't come. So anyway, that's the update. I have the shirt, I have the refund, I bought some more shirts. We're gonna see how it goes. Hopefully it will be a good situation. I don't know what happened. Somebody mentioned like maybe they drop shipped. They did mention like their other warehouse, so I don't know, that does make me think drop shipping. The weird thing about it though was both labels that they sent the items to me in were Ground Advantage labels. And I bought them on Poshmark, which the Poshmark labels are always priority. So I don't know how that works. Can you buy different labels on Poshmark? I didn't know that was an option. I don't know that I would want that option. It's just easier to put it in the priority stuff. I don't know. I think that's interesting. It seems like it would be wasteful, like, because I don't think you can get your money for, I mean, the buyer pays the shipping to Poshmark and then Poshmark sends me the label. Okay, I'm just rambling at this point. So I think I'm going to be done. I do have a question of the day, and that is, what is the weirdest food you've ever tasted? I was thinking about this. I feel like I'm pretty boring. I will try almost anything. I think the only thing that like weirds me out is like stuff with legs. You know, like the little baby squid thing that you like deep fry. I felt like that was kind of, that weirded me out. Is it baby octopus? I don't know. It's like little things with legs and it's deep fried. I'm not really sure. I don't try too many weird things, but at the same time, I'll try anything. So I don't know. I don't know if I would eat bugs. I think maybe if I was like in a different country or a different culture where that was the norm and it was offered to me, I would probably try it. But if it was brought to me here in Indiana, I would be like, no thanks. I'll take some mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes was like the most Indiana thing I could think of. Maybe I should have said corn. I don't know. All right. Let me know, what's the weirdest thing you've ever tasted or tried? I would love to know. All right, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like the video. If you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you buy those barn coats if you see them. I'll see you soon.